Join the QCCS Mackay Cutters family with a 2019 membership package. Don't miss the action. Cheer on the Cutters at home. There is a membership package for everyone. Member rewards, merchandise packs, exclusive discounts and dual Cowboys memberships. Whatever your budget, whatever your schedule, be there to witness the magic. Let this be the season you join the Cutters family. Join today. MackayCutters.com.au/membership. Mackay Cutters, proud supporters of Change the Game. Tackle mental health head on.
QCCS, a proud local company delivering concrete and civil solutions across Queensland. At QCCS, we simply do whatever it takes, safely and efficiently. QCCS, supporting your local community and the Mackay Cutters.
Shed Happens is a non-threatening, safe environment for blokes to share their stories, the good, the bad, the happy and the sad.
I found a real comradeship among the men.
All of the men that come here, they're all great fellas and they're good to talk to.
And it just gives them an opportunity to, connect with other blokes with similar stories and whatever level that may be.
I would really recommend any man from the age of 14 upwards to come to Shed.
Shed Happens. Quality time with other blokes from around Mackay. 6:30 the third Wednesday of every month. Working on hearts, not projects.
This live stream proudly produced by Tropical Exposure Advertising and Multimedia, your corporate communications, mining and industrial multimedia specialists. Proud sponsors of the QCCS Mackay Cutters. If you want the best, talk to Tropex.
Wiggle Room. It's the welcome breathing space that eases you from where you are to where you want to be. Just like a Queensland Country Credit Union home or personal loan, we not only help you kick your goals, our personalised service and competitive products are designed to leave you some room to live a little. So get a wiggle on and talk to us today.
Get it right on site with M&P Services. Call now for the ultimate range of transportable buildings and shipping containers for sales and hire. Locally owned and operated, we've been industry leaders in transport and logistics services for over 30 years. Plus, check out our range of specialised shipping containers and our revolutionary mobile crib rooms. M&P Services, proud supporters of the Mackay Cutters and Change the Game program. Get it right on site with M&P Services. Cutters TV, proudly brought to you by Cash Converters and Tropical Exposure.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to another big game of footy here at BB Print Stadium as the Mackay Cutters take on the Redcliffe Dolphins. With us this evening is we have Frank Cowell from Shed Happens. Frank, can you tell us a little bit about your organisation?
Yeah, no worries. Shed Happens is a place for blokes to be real. It's a place for blokes to tell their story, the good, the bad, the happy and the sad, because other blokes learn from blokes' stories. It's a place where blokes can share what's innermost in their heart without fear of ridicule or judgment, and it's a place for blokes to be encouraged. Probably the big thing about Shed is for blokes to be encouraged. Life's pretty hard on blokes, particularly when they get caught up in the wrong thing. We can be pretty hard on ourselves. Shed's a place where a bloke can let it all out, and other blokes will come up and tell him, keep on travelling, working hard, and he'll get there,
It most certainly sounds like it's a very worthwhile organisation. What sort of things can the blokes do when they go to Shed Happens?
Well, we start off with a men's barbecue. Yep. That means there's no knives and forks, there's no plates. It's what you can hold in your hand, in a roll, a burger or a steak sanger. Lick the sauce off your elbow as it drops down there, that sort of thing. We don't have grog. We have soft drink there because we want the real story, not the story the bloke wished he'd lived. We then interview a bloke about his life, the good, the bad, the happy and the sad. And from that, other blokes learn. And you'll see blokes in the group nodding their head. They don't even know they're doing it because they've either been there and done it themselves or they're doing it, going through it.
I really do want to thank you for being here tonight and to having an impact on all the lives of these good men that are able to attend Shed Happens. So just a real pat on the back for you, Frank, to getting this off the ground. Pat, did you have any questions for Frank at all?
Yeah, Frank, just before you go, how do you think the Cutters are going to go tonight, mate?
I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be close, and I reckon the Cutters by 4.
Nice. It's a good call. We were really hoping for a win here at BB Print. Thanks very much, Frank, and thanks for all the work that you do. Really making an impact on our community, so we really do appreciate that.
Thanks, fellas.
So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have a big game here happening at BB Print. Redcliffe Dolphins are sitting just behind the Cutters on the table, and to have a bit of a look at their team tonight, Pat, who are they going to trot out against us?
Yeah, fullback we got Trey Fuller. On the wings we got Josh Brehag and Jebediah Simbican. Justice Atoto, Jeremy Hawkins will be in the centres. Bryce Donovan and Corey Pax in the halves. Up front we got Jordan Grant, ex-Cutters player, with Nathan Watts. Dummy half Hugh Pratt. Aaron Whitchurch and Jamal Hopewadi will be second row, and at lock we have Nick Brown, and on the bench we'll have James Taylor, Tom Jarity, Harrison Smith and Sheldon Picana.
They're always a strong side there, Redcliffe, even though they're only about mid-table. They're always a strong side. I've seen them play a couple of times on the telly this year, and they really do challenge those top sides there, so this is not one the Cutters can take lightly.
No, definitely. I think they're a side that no matter where they sit on the table, they're forced to be reckoned with, Redcliffe, so they'll be up for a big game tonight.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the Cutters lineup for this evening. And at number 1, sponsored by Smart State Reynolds, we have Carlin Anderson. So Carlin, big part of the side at the back there. Number 2, sponsored by AJK Contracting, is Yamba Bowie. Yamba's having a great season so far. Number 3, sponsored by Tropical Exposure, is Dan Russell, one of our Cowboys allocated players, making a huge impact there out wide. Number 4, by Nomac Windscreens and Glass, is Big Jaden Batchelor. Number 5, MRC Australia, sponsored by is Paulie Burns. Thanks. Number 6, by A1 Battery Pro, is Jack Hickson. He's been playing well, Jack. Number 7, sponsored by Mackay Carpet Care and Restoration Services, is the skipper, Jaden Hodges. Number 8, sponsored by Ibis Hotels, is Emery Paris, powerhouse up front there for us. Number 9, sponsored by NQBE Integrated IT, is Ruben Cotter. Ruben is now on the cusp of making his NRL debut. I hope he does well. Number 10, sponsored by Fresco's Quality Meats, is Big Alex Gerard. Number 11, sponsored by Thrifty, is Ross Bella, playing out on edge this evening. Number 12, sponsored by Keith Carroll Painting, is Brendan Treston, the hard man, going to get a run-on spot there tonight. Number 13, sponsored by Greyhound Australia, is Jordan Kenworthy. On the bench, number 14, our new recruit this evening from New Zealand is Sam Cook. Sam will play in the halves when he comes off the bench. Number 15, sponsored by Blue River Ice, is local boy Callan Jenner, doing us proud there, Cal. Number 16, sponsored by Queensland Country Credit Union's Jack Brock, who'll come on in the middle. And number 17, another local boy, who also gives some punch up front, Big Sammy Johnson. So a very strong lineup tonight. Number 18 there by Queensland Country Credit Union's John O'Brien, who is going to fill in the 18th man spot. Pat, we're looking strong, mate.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Sam goes off the bench for us too. I'm really looking forward to seeing him coming on the field. A lot of local boys there tonight, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I think we didn't have a chance to talk to Pup tonight while we were talking to Frank there about Shed Happens. But I did want to ask Pup how the new recruit Sam Cook's going, but obviously we need a bit of depth there in the halves, so that's an exciting replacement.
Yeah, it is, and I think he's going to bring that depth, so we're going to lose nothing when he comes onto the field, and he's just going to add more. So it's going to be good.
Yeah. All right, we're just about ready to go. We'll have some entertainment on the field very shortly, so we'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Are you ready for it?
And here we go with Redcliffe kicking off, heading towards the airport end. And the Cutters are going to be running right to left along your screen there with the breeze in this first half. Once again, we've got Cooper Bamling with us up in the commentary box, giving our expert comments. How are you, Coop? Always good to have the inside word from Cooper. Ross Ballard playing down the edge there this evening, running down the left edge there. What's the move around there, Coop, in the pack is just to account for the loss of Mitch Dunn, who's playing NRL now?
Yeah, it was.
Excellent. I didn't even get the result of that this afternoon, to be honest. That's good news. They did win down in Canberra, did they?
Yeah, Cowboys won.
That's unreal. The kick going through there.
Got the result.
Yeah, put down there by Redcliffe. And the Cutters going to have an early feed and a chance to score. Now, the Cutters are sitting, is it 9th place and the Redcliffe in 10th currently? That's the position. So definitely this is a game that the Cutters will be eyeing off to get a win for and make their way a bit closer to that top 8. So Redcliffe, one of those sides that you can never write off regardless where they're sitting on the table, especially with the likes of Trey Fuller. Very impactful play from the back. Hodges now out there to Carlin Anderson, sweeping around there in the back line move. He's about 8 metres, probably about 6 metres out from the Redcliffe line. Back to Hodges. In there to Paree. Working towards the post. Cutters would love an early score here. So Cotter in a dummy half. Out to Hickson. Inside ball there. I think that's Kenworthy. On to the left. They got room. They got the player set up to the right. They're going left to Hickson. Flat ball to Batchelor. Batchelor working towards the line. Is about a metre short.
Complete the deck, get a repeat. Little ball at the back.
Loose pass there. Cotter just brings it back towards centre field. And Paree jumps into acting half. Out to Hodges, who puts a kick through. Well-weighted kick coming through. And, oh, that was a real close one there, but Redcliffe coming away.
Yeah, no one from the Cutters sort of left the ground there, did they? Redcliffe player just took that in the hands and made 20 metres down the track.
Brendan gives space. Square. Hold here. Hold. Go. 2.
Redcliffe working back towards the middle of the park here.
Big MC takes it up the guts.
Straight up, Ross. Lock in.
You know why they call him MC?
Hold. Hold.
Good bloke.
Go. 3.
Can't say an air.
Marvellous chap.
Release now.
Big MC.
Hold. Go. 4. Emery get 10. Good now.
Room around the ruck there for Redcliffe. Last tackle here on the Cutters 40.
Hold. Go.
Kick going through. Anderson. Safe under the high ball. Cutters will return now. I'll get the ball out there to Bowie, making some yards.
Straight up, Josh. Lock in. Here it is. Hold. Go. 1.
Russell now. The outside back's doing the work.
Ball. Here, you got to hold here. Hold for it. Hold. Go. 2.
Treston gets his chance tonight, Mackay. He's starting at second row.
Yeah, good to see Tresto out there.
Hold. Go. 3.
Get through that hard work early. Good run there by Big Gerard.
Ooh,
called forward. That was one of those 50-50s going against the Cutters that time.
Yeah, I think it come from the touch, Judge, so he called that.
Here we go. We made it in the team. Let's go, guys. Start coming in.
So it's a big night here at BB Prince Stadium, but it's a Men of League round here at BB Prince. So, and it's also game day sponsor Absolute Enterprises sponsoring Shed Happens, who partners with the Mackay Cutters Change the Game initiative to address the negatives surrounding men. So grab a flyer from the blokes who are roaming around in the Shed Happens t-shirts if you're here at the ground, or you can grab that from the gazebo near the gates or the folks there. Shed Happens would definitely like to thank Andrew Birch of Absolute Enterprises for giving the opportunity to use their Sponsors Day here at BB Print for this great game here. We've got nice conditions, bit of rain around Mackay during the week, but it's been a dry day today and we've got a fast track, so should have a great game of footy. Redcliffe now attacking the Cutters line. We're about 15 metres out.
Yeah, they set out to the right here, Mac. It looks like they're going to put an attacking raid on, so it'll be interesting to see what the Cutters have.
Working back to centre field, the Big 10 there, and Nathan Watts, who drops the ball.
Great result.
And the Cutters are going to get away with that one early. So, danger men for Redcliffe. Cooper, who do you reckon? Who do we have to look out for tonight?
I reckon the fullback, Trey Fuller. He's only small, but he's deceiving. He's very strong and he's real quick. Actually, he's Noel Brennan's boy too, so he has got a good history behind him.
I love the way Cooper will identify any Brennan's boys in any side, and they're always good somehow. But anyway, he is good, Trey Fuller.
Terry Hansen product, mate. They're all good.
Yeah, they certainly breed them well down there at Brennan's under the tutelage of Terry Hansen.
Corey Pack's also the halfback, Broncos contracted player.
Yep, so Pack's not a St Brennan's boy, St Mary's Toowoomba boy actually, Corey Pack's, and he has been the star of his age group going through from about under 13. Corey Pack's, he's a quality player. I saw him play in his grade 11 confraternity down in Rockhampton a few years ago, and he was clearly the best player in the whole carnival. So he's a danger man, he's got a lot of potential, and he's on the Broncos books. The Cutters now with the penalty, and Ross Bella playing in the back row this evening. He's not unfamiliar to that, and he's pretty versatile, Ross. Gerard.
Any reason Ross has been pushed to that edge back row?
I think it's just a cover for our Mitchell and Shane being out. Rossi's very versatile. He can play anywhere really in that forward pack, and he has got a pretty good feet for a big fella. So I'll be watching for the Lions. He runs tonight, and especially with Hicko too.
So there's Mental League round. So the Intrust Super Cup sides are wearing the Mental League socks here today. So which is a foundation that's comprised of registered members, local committees, and state-based staff and national board all working together to assist men, women, and children of the rugby league community, past, present, and future. So Mental League does a great job in rugby league. Attacking move out, ball outside of Paulie Burns, just puts his foot in a touch. The Cutters looking good early, boys.
Yeah, I like that. I like that they chanced their hand down that left-hand edge and they pushed the ball. It just went out, but didn't execute it. But I like that they played down that side, and that's a sign of good things to come.
Push up. Stay square. Let's go, Bryce. Go.
So Redcliffe now working the ball out. It's been pretty much all Cutters so far. Redcliffe has worked into Cutters territory once. Cutters under 20s really starting to hit their straps, boys. Big win down in Brisbane last week against the high-flying Devils to get away with the win for a point. Big win here this afternoon against Redcliffe, who admittedly aren't having the best of seasons, winning 32-0. The Cutters Hastings Deering's Colts side. And looking at a bit of their video, boys, over the last few weeks, they're starting to hit their straps.
Yeah, definitely a couple of big men who've been training full-time ISC, Garrett Smith and also Logan, who's contracted with the Cowboys. Them two have been really strong up front from, and I got to watch that whole game today actually. And
outside 40.
Yeah, they're going well. Coach Comerford will join us in the box a little bit later on, I'm sure. He's pretty quick to come up to the commentary box after they've had a win, so
he loves it.
He'll show his face, but he's starting to got a good vibe in that under 20 side.
But it's pretty handy, isn't it, when they got two front rows that are Cowboys contracted that are quality, legitimate, up-and-coming front rows in the comp. So.
Yeah, most definitely. They've got a 3-year under-20s player in BJ White, who's one of only a handful in the state to have 3 years of that level. He's a skipper. The two big fronties, a really good dummy half there, and Sean Dalton. And some hard-working back rows there, Aidan Beard and Tommy Orlandis. It's a good side.
Chase, boys, let's get it.
Good nudge there. He just pokes his nose through.
Yeah.
Bashford probably won't be happy with that one.
Here. Hold. Go. One.
He's a danger man, Trey Fuller.
That's way better from Batchelor. Got his body in front and just really let him know he's there.
I think Jaden's ready to make amends. He was found a bit wanting last week, from what I can understand, against the Devils. The Cutters are really looking to make amends as a team, so that was probably one of their least impressive efforts for the year. I think they'll put their hand up for that, but every week's a new week, and here they go. So ball drop there by Hawkins on the backline move. That's twice.
And the man we're talking about there, Jaden Batchelor, is up and jamming in and got that little knock on there. He'll be happy with that.
Go. Zero.
Probably needs a hair tie, by the way, Mackay. What's your thoughts on that?
He likes the 80s rock star look, Jaden Batchelor. Maybe even 90s grunge. Depends which way you want to go.
Coop, I think you need to have a talk to him and get rid of those sides.
I think he's just got a real long neck. He's just to cover that.
Nathan, give him space. Here, Jamil. Hold here. Hold.
There's a bit of what's the lead singer from Metallica?
Kirk Hammett.
Yep, there's a bit of Bacho there.
Nick Brown's down here. Doesn't look good for the ex-Mackay player.
Hasn't moved, has he?
No. Nick Brown's down there. So yeah, a couple of ex-Cutters there moving down to the Big Smoke and the Redcliffe Club, which is always an attractive move. They're a powerhouse in the ISC most years. Certainly a very financial club with their big leagues club out there on the peninsula. So Jordan Grant, Nick Brown are down there. A couple of other blokes there from the country heading down that way.
He's not well either. He's a little bit ginger there, and I think it's not his first head knock for the year, so they'll be taking every precaution there. And
be lucky to see Sauce out here again this evening, I'd say. So that's a shame.
Well, it's a big shame, eh? I'm sure he would have been enjoying the opportunity to come back up here and play against his old team.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a history of bad knocks to the head, and yeah, this one doesn't look good, does it?
He's not a...
Hold there. This one.
He's a solid build. He's not a huge bloke for a front row. He certainly puts his body on the line, comes a fair bit of punishment on Nick Brown. So he has to look after himself, but I doubt we'll see him out again this evening.
Go, 3.
It's a big loss for him if he is out for the game. He does do a lot of hard work that no one else wants to do.
Sure.
Nathan, stand up! Square! Hold here! Hold James!
Still no law, Mackay?
Yeah, it's still 0-0. The cutter's looking all right. So it's Cotter now guiding the team around the park. I see Paul Green did mention Ruben Cotter in dispatches. They were worried that Jake Landville was facing the judiciary and mentioned him as an option. So when the coach starts mentioning as an option in the media, he's starting to be knocking on the door. So Rubes, the season he's having, it's no surprise.
And he's got it. You can't be playing that good in the state league and not be knocking on the door. So it's good to see his name's getting thrown around.
The game just ebbing and flowing at the moment. Cutters probably just on top, but most of the play working around this middle third of the ground. Both teams filling each other out. Redcliffe getting their first penalty of the game.
Bit of a soft penalty there.
On the ball.
The old veteran wouldn't be happy with that one.
Hey boys, the Moira Fatnana nets at the end of the ground, they seem to have expanded.
It's extended, yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to the first conversion.
Hold here.
Haven't known that those nets couldn't catch a cold the other week, so we'll just see how they go this evening. But
I think it's extended to the left, but there's not much happening on the right. So Murray might be expecting all the tries to be scored down that right-hand side by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Redcliffe
now will get through.
Under 20s did save one ball.
There you go. The 14 there. That was the 14 in Taylor.
It was a great shot there by Cotter.
That was a try saver through and through. The big Taylor was just about over the line. He literally was over the line.
Mate, that was 4 points all day, and Cotter hit him that hard under the ball. He just coughed it up. That's a great shot.
So there's a couple of really good defence there. Aggression in defence, which is saving the Cutters presently. So hit up there by Emery Perry. Quite a game last week, Big Emery. So he'll be looking to make amends tonight too. He's, definitely wants to keep his name in the frame for Cowboys selection, especially as we go into this origin period in the next couple of weeks.
And the effort shown there from Cotter, that's the effort you want from your side, don't you? When your back's against the wall and you put something on like that.
Midfield kick. Oh, dropped there. Cleaned up by Fuller at the back. The winger there, I think it was in.
You're not square.
Another cheap penalty there from the Cutters. They won't be happy with that. That's 2 in a row.
That's 2 penalties in the ruck. They just need to maintain their discipline here.
Just piggybacks there in the field.
So good attacking set there by the Cutters. Probably not getting into the ground position they wanted, but a good kick there. Good attacking midfield from Hodges. Giving away the cheap penalty now is going to advance the Dolphins back to halfway. Taylor working back to the middle. Hooker jumping in there, and Pratt. Possible knock-on miss there. Number 10 is Watts. Perry and Kenworthy and Treston working hard in defence there around the middle.
Go 2. Emery, come 10.
The 6 out there, and Donovan.
Jaden, straight up! Hold it. Hold. Go 3.
Aaron Whitchurch goes from dummy half. Was he at the Broncos, Whitchurch?
It does ring a bell.
Yeah, I think he might have been in the extended squad there. Or possibly is even still with them. So that's the 8 there in Jordan Grant with us last year. We don't want him to score in the 14. Taylor goes over the line and is held up. So good defence there again from the Cutters.
That is great defence again.
So big Jordan Grant, a huge loss for us last year. He was our player of the year and really picked up every award going at the presentation night last season. So hurts to see him running around in the red and white of the Dolphins, to be honest, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He's a quality player, but
This is the wrong side.
the boys would be keen to do a good job on him tonight, seeming that he did choose Redcliffe over us.
That's for sure. Can't let him forget that. Good work at the back there from Anderson with the grubbing kick put through the in goal. But the ball is forced in goal, and the Cutters will return serve with a goal line dropout. So not a huge breeze this evening, but that southeasterly usually does give the advantage to the team running right to left on your screen.
Yeah, definitely not like previous weeks, but you'll see as Anderson takes a drop out, he'll get that 50 metres. And
oh, he's kicked that 55. That's a great drop out, and a good chase on the back of this one as Taylor returns. Cotter up there to meet him. Redcliffe now with the ball just on their 30. No points so far. We're 15 minutes into the game.
Pax. MC.
Packs back to Grant. Grant, he fired up and working hard round through the middle. He's a strong runner and a big man.
Stand up, 10's here. Right side. Hold, go, 2.
Back to out there to Pax again. On that side, is it?
They're threatening out there on that left edge, aren't they?
Coming back to the right side of Grant again. One arm offload out the back. There again to that's Whitchurch.
Yeah, they had numbers there on the right. He probably had to let that go, but it's good up and in defence there.
Cutter's shifting well. That's Pratt into dummy half. Out there to the 4 in Hawkins. And over that side is Hawkins over.
Ball's down, it's all good.
It's down.
Jeremy, you got the try.
So the try there to Jeremy Hawkins. To Redcliffe. And Redcliffe will get first points.
That's a soft try down that short side.
Yeah.
We had numbers there.
Yeah, Cutters were definitely manned up there. So like you said, it was just soft that they got the ball over the line and they couldn't hold it up. So they'll be disappointed with that.
Been working hard in defence, the Cutters, but that one just dropping their guard, resulting in 4 points with the kick to come. Bryce Donovan will take the conversion, pretty much on the sideline here. The Cutters are probably looking for some better attacking position, you'd say, boys. They're working, they're trying to get down into the Redcliffe attacking zone there, but not quite penetrating there.
Yeah, 20 minutes into the half, and we Cutters really haven't had any quality ball, have they? We've been down, like you said, we've been down this end, but we haven't really threatened that line, so they'll be looking to get the ball back down, and I've never seen a ball swing like that, but that was good.
Kick waved away, not an easy one. So Redcliffe take an early lead. It's 4 points to 0 over the Mackay Cutters here at BB Prince Stadium. Listening to the Cash Converters live stream. Big crowd in, a happy crowd, all sorts of weird and wonderful people showing their face around here this evening. All sorts come to the footy, don't they, boys?
They do. One just went past there. I think he might even be a school teacher.
School principal he is, but we won't say which school.
They need to bounce back from that. They've, I think Cutters have been on top, but they just let that last 5-10 minutes where the Redcliffe were down that end, they just keep punching that right hand side and a bit of soft defence. So it'd be good to see what they can do from here.
Just need to improve their discipline, I think.
Kick off there from Dan Russell there. So Redcliffe with the early lead.
Square, hold here. Hold, Alex, hold. Go, come on. Square up now, Ross. Hold here. Hold. Go, 2.
So not a bad crowd this evening. There's a fair bit happening around Mackay Amateur Race Day this afternoon out of the Oralee. You ventured out there, Paddy, didn't you?
Yeah, made a little appearance there. Wasn't a bad day. Back a couple of winners, so it's all smiles there.
That's a go. Off to the footy. What a day for Pat Daly.
Square.
Killing it.
Hold. Go, 3.
Redcliffe on the attack again. So getting
easy meters down the field.
Yeah.
They've punched down to the Cutters 30, so that's not good.
No, it's straight off the kickoff. So that's Watts again, midfield. So this is on the last tackle now. So it goes right out there to Donovan. The kick going through.
Going forward.
Knocked back in by the Dolphins, and no advantage to the Cutters who'll get the scrum feed and loose head.
So
all gone out.
Pretty lucky result there for the Cutters. The Redcliffe were marching down the field, then they went the whole length of the field in one set. So Coach Shep will be looking to fix that up.
Yeah.
James, lock in.
So we've got some big boys on the bench here. Jack Brock, Sammy Johnson to come on there. And I'm looking forward to the first home appearance of Sam Cook. Coop, you've been watching him train. How's he look?
Yeah, definitely. I actually had the privilege of being my roommate as well. He's a terrific bloke, and he does come back from an NRL system full time. New Zealand Warriors. He's bringing a lot of professionalism to the side. His talk's terrific. So if you're looking to turn it on too. Lloyd White is also due back next week, so I think the halves today, a bit of pressure on them, but I think they'll love that.
Yes, we've been getting by now for a few weeks without yourself and Lloyd White. So with Sam Cook coming in, Hodge will most likely begin to share the dummy half role again with Reuben Cotter.
Good meters there.
Yeah, it's better meters. Still going there, actually. Is that Gerard?
Jack Brock.
Jack Brock.
Straight on the field and Sam Johnson, is it?
It was Sam Johnson. Loose carry there from Cotter. Turns the ball over in the ruck and just getting good attacking position again with a cheap turnover there. Just a little bit careless.
Great first touch there by Sam Johnson, wasn't it? But
it was. He's a powerful runner.
Lock in, Jordan. Hold. Go one.
Big MC, he's been making some meters for Redcliffe.
Yeah, it was clearly one of the best front rows in the Trust Super Cup.
You're offside, 17-2.
Jordan Grant.
Wouldn't say you got the best shaped legs though.
No.
Stand up, Jaden. Square.
So Watts.
Seen broomsticks thicker than them.
The 14 there and James Taylor.
Seems to be sucking them in there too.
Ruben. Hold. Go 4.
I did go for breakfast.
Out on Donovan again. What'd you feed him, Cooper?
He was very disappointed in his meal, actually.
That's good.
Pakes now, putting the kick through. Bowie under pressure. Oh, spills the ball, but cleaned up. Oh, and a call saying it's not forward. He was literally facing towards his own try line.
That's a huge call there from the match referee.
I think it's actually knocked on by Hodges, was it?
No, it was Bowie.
It was Bowie. Okay, that's a hard call.
That was rough. I think we got Coach Comerford coming in for a little chat.
Let's go, guys. Back in.
Sorry, Redcliffe with the loose head and feed, 10 metres out. Cutter's holding on, trying to maintain this lead at 4 points. Will they have a chance to narrow it down? Out to Donovan now, centres it up. Out to Fuller. Dangerous as Fuller. 5 metres out the Dolphins.
Hold. Go one.
Back out the other side there to Hawkins. The try scorer in the first try there was Hawkins. Just on the line.
Go 2.
Back to Donovan. Centering up there for big Jordan Grant. Cutter's hanging on.
Square. 140, Alex. Hold. Go 3. Go.
Pratt. Donovan. The 11 in Whitchurch. Still short of the line. Cutter's hanging on for dear life here. 2 tackles left. Back to Donovan. Back to Big MC. And his front row partner in Watts has spilt that, and the Cutters are going to get away with it. Lucky times there for the Cutters. And as we were talking earlier, when the Cutters under 20s have a win, Michael Comerford sprints to the commentary box to tell us all about it. Greetings, Camo. How you going there?
Good, thanks, Macca. We went at home, that's why.
That's right. So you had a good win last week down against the Devils. You were very happy about that one and really keen to put a number on Redcliffe here today, mate.
Yeah, I thought it was a great opportunity for us to build some momentum. That's our 3rd win in a row in this little patch of the season. So we knew that today we had to be at our best to get the win, and the boys were close to it.
So it's really sets you up now for the next few weeks, doesn't it, mate? You've got not that there's any easy games in this competition, but considering where the opposition are on the ladder, it's an easier run of the draw at the moment.
Yeah, well, our mindset is if
shot.
We've got to keep progressing. We're in the top 8 now. To keep progressing, we have to beat the teams below us on the ladder. And like you said, that's not to say they're easy games, but they're the games that you need to really make sure you put a polished performance in to make sure you get the 2 points and keep moving up.
Inside 40 there. So Fuller fields that on the 25 metres there and returns to centre field. Who's your best today, mate? I only got to see the second half, actually, so who was the standout for you?
Walter Lewinstein's outstanding today. 3 tries and plenty of good carries through the middle, and he's been doing that all season, to be honest. He hasn't scored tries every game, but his carries through the middle really set up the rest of our attacking footy, so it was good to see him get rewarded for that today. And Will Lansbury is outstanding as well, really damaging on that right edge.
So a good feeling in the side, mate. They're really starting to gel for you.
Yeah, and we've managed to keep the same team on the paddock the last few weeks. I think that contributes a fair bit as well. Not having to make any changes, and that's hard for the boys who aren't in the squad, but it allows the boys to gel on the field and then build that confidence and hopefully keep that going forward.
So just last tackle here for Redcliffe. Made good yards in that set. In there to follow the grabbing kick through and cleaned up there by the Cutters, who will knock that ball dead for the goal line dropout. This A-grade side of the Dolphins, mate. Did you had Trey Fuller in a cap side a while ago?
I selected him in the Capricorn team, but he didn't actually get to play in that state.
Chose a Year 12 formal instead, didn't he?
No, I think there was other issues at play there.
Okay, that's right. I do remember that one. Anyway.
Nick Brown's passed his HIA, so he's back on the field now.
How did he do that?
That's he was pretty groggy earlier.
Miracles. And Ruben Cotter's coming off for a HIA as we speak.
So that's going to see the introduction for the first time here at home of number 14, Sam Cook, our new half. So definitely a bit of experience. Interested to see how he goes. Like Cooper said, next couple of weeks we'll see the return of Lloyd White and a reshuffle there. Coop, how you gonna get back in the side, mate, when that foot's right?
Oh, I don't think I will, to be honest, eh?
They'll find a spot for the skipper. There's always a spot for the skipper.
I think we'll see Jaden Hodges go into hooker and Sam Cook will slot into your right half position.
So, decent drop out there. Oh, it's a ripper drop kick. Almost to the 60. Ugly one to catch. And a good chase there. It's going to Cutters will meet the Dolphins just their side of halfway. So still 4-0. We got 30 minutes to go in the first half. James Taylor, he's been strong so far off the bench tonight. Taylor. Back inside of the 12 there in Jamal Hopewadi. Famous rugby league name. So your two Cowboys contracted front rows, mate, Garrett Smith and Logan Bayless-Brow, they did well today.
Yeah, very good today. They didn't have to get through as much work as they have in previous games. What do you call this play?
Last tackle here, Pratt in the dummy half. He's got Donovan out to his right. He finds Donovan now. Another grubbing kick off legs. So hardly played at. Fuller picks it up, works his way to the line. Honestly, referees are calling that 6 ago anytime it hits the legs at the moment.
Yeah, so those two boys have done a great job, especially Logan coming back from IFC. He's been really professional with his performances and starting to find his feet now in under 20s, and the effort they put in allows them to be relatively physically dominant each week. And today they didn't have as many minutes, and we've got to give some of our other blokes a bit more of a run, but still the effort from them, and they're very damaging in the middle there.
So it looks like an injury there picked up to Fuller. Not too sure he's hobbling around. Back to James Taylor. Works hard of the line, Taylor. He's a strong running second rower. Well, he might be playing around the middle, actually. Looping pass. Goes over Pax's head. Out there to the 13. Is that the 13 Brown? Is he back on the field? Yep. Loose ball there. Back to Whitchurch. Strong defence. Cutter's working hard. Gets the offload away. Into Donovan again. Batchelor wraps him up there with Ross Balla. Cutters defending grimly. Dolphins getting repeat sets. Back to Jordan Grant. He's been strong tonight, Grant.
Sam, give space now. Hold the line. Hold. Go.
Pax finds Fuller and the runner there in the 3. The Tartu. Last tackle again. Back to Pax. Finds Brown at the Donovan. Holding him up. Strong at the line.
He's short.
Short there, and that is a handover, I think.
Ball down, Bryce.
Great defence from the Cutters. Come over. Thanks very much, mate, for coming up. How do you see this one panning out before you go?
I think it'll play out according to script. Both teams are on equal points on the ladder. I think it'll go right down to the wire, to be honest. Redcliffe have got a bit of momentum coming into this game, but we're holding strong defensively here. So if we've got 10 minutes till half time. If we can jag a try before half time, that'll be set up really well for a great finish.
Well, let's hope they do. So the Cutters really defending well. Thanks very much, mate. We'll have a chat to you next Friday. Who do we have at home next Friday? The
Ipswich Jets.
Ipswich Jets last Friday. I should really check the draw before I come up the commentary box. Yeah. Pat's usually on the research, but he's been the track all afternoon, so...
I heard you called Jordan Grant by his nickname before. What was that?
That was these boys, and I said MC stands for Marvellous Chap. And a marvellous chap he is, Jordan Grant.
Urban Dictionary might say different.
Cutters working out of there. Really worked hard off the line there, and a touch finder there from Jaden Hodges will see the scrum pack down on the Redcliffe 20. So a reasonable result there after a few back-to-back sets defending their line.
See Cutters with a little bit of field possession here down the other end. They haven't been down here for a long time.
Happy with that tackle.
Haven't had any quality ball down here at all, so probably attacking set in the first couple of minutes of the game. That's been it.
No more. Arms up over the top. I'm going to cut here, boys. Carlin, shoulders on. Good to feed. Feed. Out.
Big defensive set here. If they can peel an error or force a mistake, it's going to be good for the Cutters.
They've just been given away those penalties down this area the last few times, so...
That's what Cooper mentioned earlier, that there's a little bit of ill discipline.
Oh, here we go, Paddy. Just got your wish. So loose carry there by the hooker and Pratt, I think. Turn the ball over. The Cutters are going to have a crack here with just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. So they've done the hard work and are super keen to go into the halftime break of the lead. So let's see if we can get some points.
I think it's Kenworthy who come up with the shot then, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Jordan. Put the spleen to the back of his spine.
It's good to see. He loves it. I love seeing him play. I really enjoy it.
Heads in. Jaden, head in. Good. Hip square, stand square. Yeah, that's it. Good to feed. Feed.
So Cutters now trying to crack the Redcliffe defence. Hodges gets in a dummy half. Dummies. Works Balla back through the middle of the field.
Nathan's clear off.
For anyone that's choosing to listen to our live stream rather than watch the Broncos Warriors on TV, and I don't blame you because it's quality. Fox Sports will take your calls anytime you want to ring, fellas, but haven't heard from them yet. Run there from Gerard, attacking the line. So it's 2-2 between the Broncos and the Warriors currently. Hodges working the line. There's a gap there. Works over there and probably held up. Last tackle now. Cook in a dummy half. Out to Anderson. Grubber through. Off legs. Off Redcliffe, I think. And
Dead now. Easy, easy. Easy.
the Cutters chasing through. A little bit of push and shove there, but the Cutters will get the ball back courtesy of a Redcliffe goal line dropout. So best attacking set of the game so far.
I can watch Hodjo this set. He's very talented out of half. He's a known hooker rather than a half, so he'll dictate terms coming out of there. Wouldn't be surprised if he hits one of his forwards short.
It's good, isn't it? You got Reuben Cotter there, who's a great runner. He's a very hard defender. And then you get Hodges in there who just probes that line and he just finds a little hole and he'll get through.
So we said a good win from the North Queensland Cowboys down in Canberra today. That's a real confidence booster for the Cows, given the difficult start they've had to the season, and no one is winning down in Canberra this year, and they've jagged one, so good on them. With a couple of our Cutters players having a good crack there. Shane Wright, Mitch Dunn.
Here we go.
Pushing out there on Anderson. Yeah! Anderson goes over. Oh. He is called
Shepherd.
He's called obstruction.
Steve Shepherd.
I tell you what, these obstructions, I am over.
We don't get advantage of a replay on that one, but that is touch and go.
But dead set, when a defender makes a call to get an obstruction, it should be play on. Do you agree?
I thought Ross Bello led on the inside shoulder, which is what he's supposed to do.
Supposed to do. But when a defender decides to take a dive and fall over when they're on the right side, I don't understand. Every day of the week, it's a try in rugby league.
There's the inconsistencies in Trust Super Cup with the televised game from the Channel 9 game each week. You have the advantage of the video ref, and the other games don't. Those are the sort of instances which Cops team will win, and that one's unfortunate for the Cutters. It was the most promising attacking move they've had so far. So disappointing result there. Packs now. Ball knock on, and Cutters will pick that up. So Anderson looked very dangerous. He's heavily involved in that first set where they forced the goal line drop out, and he's the one that carried the ball over the line that time as well. So he's starting to work hard.
Man of the match last week, wasn't he? In a losing side?
I think, was he?
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad when you get 40 points put on you. Hodges, Kenworthy, it's Johnson. Drops the ball.
Watch the ground, someone.
Cutters cannot find a consistent way through this Redcliffe defence at the moment. Still 4 points. There's nothing in this game. There's 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, not much rhythm there, is there? Every time Cutters get himself into a position, they cough the ball up or give a penalty. So if the Cutters can go in and maybe put some points on before half-time, I think it'll be a good result. No.
They're not getting any joy from the referee here this evening at all.
He'll blow the pee out of that whistle soon.
Nothing at all.
Jordan, you got to get quicker.
I cannot remember the Cutters getting a penalty. I'd say it'd be about 5 block.
Hold, go.
Big defences set here.
Two in.
There's Patama, Sheldon Patama on the field now for Redcliffe.
Hold, go.
Back to Sauce Brown. Brown working towards the post. Redcliffe set up more so to the left, it seems. Can they go that way to Pax? Finds there another knock on there. Full of that time. Kick through from Anderson. That's Russell, actually. Kicks it again. Bowie's trailing him. It's back to centre field. Oh, and doesn't get another bit on the ball.
Offside.
I think he was offside then too.
Possibly the Redcliffe players in front of the last one to touch the ball, but they've come back in attacking positions and a grassing covering tackle there from Hodges. He's dropped the ball. Cutter's lucky there, but I'll tell you what, they're probably unlucky down the other end of the field.
Yeah, very unlucky there not to get that call.
An accidental offside. One of our players kicked it into a Redcliffe, and the fella in front of him caught it.
Dead right. So we've got 3 minutes 40 left to go in the first half. Cutters need points. If they can go ahead 6-4, it'll be a great result.
Kurt, you want to send your ball? What do you get this ball?
3.5 minutes to go. Cutters the loose head and feed on their own 35.
Let's go, guys. We'll start packing in. 1 second. Just got this ball down here.
It's a nice crowd in. Like I said, the race is on today. Nebo Road Day on tonight. They usually attract a big crowd at Nebo. So
I think Mayor's Charity Ball's on too tonight.
Mayor's Charity Ball as well. Catholic Day Ball last night. It's all happening in Mackay this weekend. But there's still a great game of footy and a good 1,000 people in here to watch the game. At least 1,500 most likely. It's still a hot ticket in town here at BB Print. And if you couldn't make it, you're listening to us live on the Mackay Cash Converters live stream brought to you by Tropical Exposure. This is the Absolute Enterprises Game Day, donating their game sponsorship to Shed Happens, which is a charity organisation supporting men to allow them to come along and be their real selves. Had a good interview earlier with Frank Cowell, who does a lot of great work there, so supporting these men and appropriate. This is the Men of League round here.
It's good, and you don't want to get that mixed up with the man shed. It's definitely not the man shed.
Not the man shed. Batchelor now, making yards. Anderson chiming in the back line. Batchelor tackled there on the 30. Hickson, left foot, centering kick, easily taken there.
Run 10 now.
Probably not the ideal end of the set, but the Cutters will be able to defend Redcliffe, who are bringing the ball out on their 20.
Yeah, they'll be looking to defend this and maybe get one last shot before half-time bell rings. So
just under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Still 4 points to nil. The Redcliffe Dolphins over the QCCS Mackay Cutters. If that pass wasn't forward, I'll turn it up. Cutters got called for one like that just earlier.
Hold, go 3.
Big Jordan Grant. He hasn't been off the field yet, has he, Big MC?
No, it wasn't MC who hit that one up.
No, sorry, that was Watts, actually.
Watch that, Kurt. Cases are all good. No,
Grant is off the field. And the kick going through there
Hold, go on.
with Anderson fielding the ball. Burns centering it up. Paulie Burns hasn't had much ball so far, Paul.
Corey, clear the ball.
Nah, it's been quiet, but probably comes down to that lack of quality ball down the other end, doesn't it? We just haven't had that possession down in the Redcliffe other end.
No, Bowie's chomping at the bit there to get something done, Russell. Back line just hasn't really seen much opportunity so far. The forwards need to assert themselves out of that big Redcliffe pack.
Hold! Last one! Release!
Hopefully they look for an attacking kick here and try and put something on.
Outside 40.
Grubbing kick.
This side's good. Keep going.
Fielded down the end there by the 2 in Beerhag. Josh Beerhag.
Colin, hands out!
Centre is out to the halfway. The 17 in Smith. Service the ball as they move forward. I think that is
Hold. Go
fullback and Fuller. Back to Nick Brown. Redcliffe making easy yards through the middle. Looking for extra points. There's only 15 seconds on the clock here. The Cutters defending grimly. Don't want this lead to be extended. Loose pass there out to the centre on that side. The 12 actually in Hopewadi. Out the winger there in Jedediah Simbican. He goes into touch luckily, and that will be the half, boys. So 4 points to nil to the Redcliffe Dolphins over the QCCS Mackay Cutters here at BB Prince Stadium. The Cutters hanging on, they're defending well, not getting much quality ball, Pat, but there's plenty to work on at half time, and they can come back strong from here.
No, that's right. I think Coach Shepherd, as disappointed as he will be happy with that because we haven't had the quality ball and we're going in at half time, like you said, 4-0 down. So I think they can take a bit from that and they'll find a bit of points early in the second half, and it will stead well.
So we'll be back here at BB Prince Stadium in about 10 minutes' time after half time. We will be bringing this to you from by Cash Converters, brought to you by Tropical Exposure. You listen to the live stream on Cutters TV. We'll see you in about 10.
goes the length, time thrown. Okay, we're going to have first six up. Many balls as they can get through in 20 seconds. Here we go.
Phew.
T?
How did you get past the guards?
That was challenging.
You cannot just break into a palace like you own the place.
If you don't have anything, you have to act like you own everything.
You stumbled upon an opportunity. I can make you rich. Rich enough to impress a princess.
What would I have to do?
There's a cave of wonders. Bring me the lamp.
O great one who summons me, I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3.
I'm kidding. Watch this.
Do you trust me?
flat out.
Do we need the top knot?
That's my little cherry on top.
Welcome back here to BB Prince Stadium. It's the second half of this clash between the Redcliffe Dolphins and the QCCS Mackay Cutters. Redcliffe going into the break 4 points to 0. Over the Cutters haven't had much luck in this first half, so the Cutters now running left to right on your screen in this match here, brought to you by Absolute Enterprises and Shed Happens here in this Mental League round at BB Print. With us up in the box, I'd love to welcome for the first time Cutters CEO Maury Fatnauta. Maury, welcome to the commentary box and the live stream.
Good evening, gentlemen, and I use that term extremely loosely.
Moz, now this is your initiative actually. You wanted to get the live stream happening from the start when you took over from Troy Valley back in January this year.
That's correct.
How are we going so far, mate? Are we meeting your expectations?
Well, look, I picked a couple of you two to do the commentary because you've got fantastic heads for radio and live stream. I think you're doing a wonderful job. I'm a little bit annoyed with Bambling. He's giving me heaps of jip in relation to the net.
Well, just on those nets, fantastic initiative. Probably not overly effective. Would you say you may have gone half cocked off on that one there, Maury, or it's a work in progress?
Look, as I've told probably about 3,000 people since I've put the nets up, they're actually better than the nets that were there before. That's the story. And you'd be surprised how many net experts there are in Mackay, Scott.
Yeah, well,
there are a lot of net experts in
They
Mackay.
certainly have come out of the woodwork. We've got 3 in the box here.
I think the idea is right, it's just the execution.
So, Moz, have you enjoyed your tenure, mate? You've been in the job for about 5 months now. How's it all going?
Oh, look, fantastic. It's going really, really well. Look, obviously the season wasn't that good last year as far as football results on the paddock, so my concentration really has been about creating an atmosphere for the players and the coaches to be able to, you know, do what they do best, which is coach and manage and play, and basically try and keep out of their road as best as I can. And look, if they're happy off the field as well, so concentrating on employment and family life and well-being as well, so we're concentrating on that, and I think we're getting the results. We've had a huge portion of defence against us here tonight, and they've held us out to 4. So we start strong here. I hopefully that we can come away with a win.
I hope so too. So Cutters actually beneficiaries of a result of a mistake there from Redcliffe, just on the halfway line. So we'll just call a bit of the game here, Maury. We'll come back to you in a second, mate. So ball there, Sam Johnson working hard through the middle. The big fella gets the legs going. He's had a couple of unhappy moments the last couple of rucks before half time. A couple of drop ball. Cotter to Hodges, back to Kenworthy, centering up.
Come on, boys.
Cutters looking for points early in this first half to assert their dominance. They're in good position. They're 15 metres out. Cotter finds Johnson. Out the back there to Cook. Out to Anderson. Batchelor! Jaden Batchelor over in the corner. The Cutters have tied it up. It's 4 points all. We're 2 minutes into the second half.
Oh, Braveheart there on the left edge, straight through.
Maury, you brought us some success in the box. Maybe had nothing in the first half. You walk
Stay in. You're in for
and
the
it's
night.
try time.
Gentlemen, it's hugs all around up here.
Jaden Batchelor,
of man
sponsored by Nomac Windscreen and Glass. He has gone over on the beneficiary of a good backline move of Carlin Anderson. Dangerous running that jockey line, boys.
Yeah, and then they just went shot, and then straight out the back. And like you said, Carlin Anderson. He's
I
looking
spoke to
good
Carlin. I spoke to Carlin during the week at training, and even though we went down last week, he mentioned that it was probably his best game he's played all year. And as we all know, he had that back injury the first game we played against East, where he cracked a couple of vertebrae. And I spoke to him about that, and he said he doesn't even think about it, which is a brave effort from the young man.
Yeah, he's quality.
Great try there early. They responded to Coach Shepherd's halftime talk.
What did he have to say, Kurt?
He was pretty positive. He was very about our defence. He was stoked with that. I think they had all the possession down our end. We only ended up having 4 good ball sets, and we only had 2 good finishes. So he was very positive about that.
Conversion successful there by Dan Russell. Cutters have taken the lead at 6 points to 4. Sorry, it's Carlin Anderson kicking. Thanks, Maury. I'll tell you what, Maury's come up here. He's picking out mistakes. He's just got control of the whole game.
AJ air conditioning saga.
Oh, can we? A little bit like that. And look, while we got a chance, we have got some fantastic sponsors. And AJK Contracting is also one of those. It is fantastic people. We're lucky to have them.
We're could not survive without the backing of the sponsors up here, and this game is brought to you by Absolute Enterprises, who are been great supporters of the Cutters here over a long period of time.
While we're talking about sponsors, anyone sponsors for a good net?
Bambling. Welcome to the broadcast.
Kenworthy running hard, I think, was it? Yes, working hard there.
Stay down 2 there, Kenworthy. Hope he's okay. Oh, this little bird, he'll be right.
Bowie on the Cutters 40. Johnson now working hard. He really has probably got that last straw at the back of Sam Johnson.
Ooh, I nearly thought he was going against the play of the ball then.
So, a couple of penalties here to the Cutters early in the second half. So, a little bit of luck going their way currently. Moz, the under-20s been doing very well, so you must be excited for the future of the club.
Yeah, I think with the structure of rugby league going forward, particularly in Queensland, is that it's really important that you're gathering talent within your catchment. And obviously Mackay, we have the luxury of having a captured audience and a captured town, as opposed to like with the southeast corner where they're nudging side by side with other regions. We get to have these players here, so it's really important to make sure that our junior structure, not only from the 20s but all the way up from the 13s and in the women's competition as well, is well run and well structured. And our predecessors have set up some fantastic academies to enable that. And I think the 20s are starting to show the quality of coaching and they've been put into in the last couple of years.
So Hodges now working, that's Kenworthy running back to the middle. So Cutters here, another good attacking shape. Hodges set up out to the right. Ball goes the other way though. Johnson running hard. Cook positioned himself out the left of him.
Still numbers to the left, but they come to the right.
Ball back to Hodges. Dancing around. We'll take the tackle there midfield.
Still numbers either side.
Out to Anderson. Grubbering through.
Good kick there.
Solid kick. Russell working him out in the end goal. Just makes it down the field of play. So Redcliffe come out from their own goal line through Simbican. Or that was Beerhag, I should say.
Redcliffe did well. They get that out of their own end. So Cutters were putting a bit of pressure on, but they got the result they were looking for.
Hold for it. Go, 3.
So much more exciting football from the Cutters early in this first half, boys. Looking promising. So 6 points to 4 the score. Miles, what's your hopes for the rest of the year for this IC side, mate? Where do you see us finishing up? Or
Finals, to be quite honest with you, mate. I can't say it more plainly than that. I think the group itself and the coaching staff, we want to play finals. We're 9th at the moment. We've got a really good run coming up. The effort and commitment is there, and that's something we spoke about from the start of my tenure, which was, the town itself wants to see positive effort and commitment every game, and I think the people that have followed the Cutters this year will see that they've played 80 minutes every single week.
You must be happy with the crowd tonight, mate, considering there's a few things around town. It's pretty good. The Cutters turning the ball over here, unfortunately. That's going to set Redcliffe up for a shot here. So the mistake made on the Cutters 40. Giving Redcliffe loose head and feet. So, you happy with the crowd this evening, mate?
Yeah, very happy with the crowd. Look, we pull some fantastic numbers through the gate on a regular basis last year as well as this year, so we continue to pull some fantastic crowds. Redcliffe's one of the ones we actually pull a larger crowd than normal. There's actually a large contingent of Redcliffe old boys that live in Mackay, and a couple of them upstairs are enjoying our hospitality. There's a little bit of a scuffle breaks out, and the modern day scuffle breaks out there in the middle of the field. Mr. Kenworthy is just checking the jersey size of Mr. Brown. Yep, you're wearing a large, just like me. Nice, you can have that back.
Fun fact about Jordan Kenworthy, he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
Cooper Bambling.
Don't tell the opposition.
Another bit of commentary goal from Cooper Bambling. Love it. The three there in Atato. Justice Otato. Working hard.
Yeah, Jordan found him there, the measuring jersey sizes again.
So the acting half now is a replacement dummy half, and Harrison Smith finds out there to Donovan. Donovan takes that tackle.
I don't want to put the mocker too early on Bacho, but just super impressed with his defence.
Yeah, he's been good tonight.
Another penalty. Two, just trying to get a read on what that was for. High.
Too high.
All right. So a high shot there on the Redcliffe attacker. I think it was Whitchurch possibly. 10 on forward. So 10 there in Nathan Watts, working to the line.
Ruben, give space. 1 foot and hold. Hold, go.
Out to Brown. Brown gets the big legs going towards the line, backing towards the line, still going. Held just on the try line there, Brown.
Redcliffe packing numbers to the left.
Smith out to Pax. On to, out there to the winger in Behag.
I think he's grounded it. It's good defence there.
Referee's called the try there.
Somehow he's got it down the Redcliffe.
I love to, once again, you'd love to have had the benefits of replay, but we don't get to have that. But the referee, the touch judge was right there. So Josh Behag goes over there for Redcliffe. Redcliffe now back in front, 8 points to 6. So just a shift, catching the cutters short there. And Redcliffe going over in the corner. Corey Pax not having a huge impact the first half, but chopping in that second half there, finding his winger outside, putting him over for the try. It's a tight tussle, boys. 8 points to 6 for the kick to come.
Yeah, tight tussle. I think Coach Shepherd's made a couple of changes there. He's got Jenna and is it Gerard? Yeah, off. So hopefully they'll introduce a bit of enthusiasm and freshness into those legs and get cutters going forward.
Yeah, Jenna yet to take the field with Jack Brock about to come on the field. Good depth in the pack there, Maury.
Yeah, fantastic depth in the pack. Young Jack Brock's been fortunate enough. He played Queensland universities this year and was fortunate enough to make Australian University. So he's a good young fella. As they appear to have got the extra 2 points.
Maury, the lead extend there, 10 points to 6. We were just saying earlier, with the addition of Sam Cook to the squad and the imminent return of Lloyd White, where does Cooper Bambling fit back into this side, mate? What's the equation?
Oh, look.
Is there any other roles for him? Like, does Curtis need a hand with the grounds, or?
There's a net that needs to be put up.
Glad someone said it. Looked a bit second-hand down there.
Well, I have noticed on commentary that he has a lot of input in relation to the said net. So I think, look, this is the right time to get the bloke working. But by all reports, he doesn't work that hard. I spoke to his uncle and his father the other week up there in the members, and they didn't paint a pretty picture of his work ethic.
Didn't you steal my dad's drag net to put that net up in?
The nets are one of the great initiatives brought to you by Maury Fat now this year under his reign as CEO of the Mackay Cutters. Maury, it's been great to have you in the commentary box. Not kicking you out, you feel free to hang around. But Cooper's getting itchy.
Certainly sounds like I'm being kicked out.
Definitely sounds like he's been kicked out.
Itchy. Usually when you say thank you very much, it's a goodbye.
Oh, we've had enough from you. Thanks
Your
very
time
much.
has come.
Listen, you can stay as long as you want. You're the one who gave us the gig in the first place, so hang around, Maury.
I could be revisiting whether that's the right thing or not.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why you haven't done it previously, to be honest. Wobbly old Torpy down there for Bowie, safe as houses. Returns that one. Defence getting him high, referee said that's okay. Yeah, but just you can just tell he's just crying out for a little bit of open territory. He's ready to go. Yamba. He's been having a great season so far and just not getting the open space so far tonight.
And they haven't had that quality ball, have they, the outside backs with the
No.
Cutters? So the big boys need to stand up in the middle and lay the platform and allow blokes like Yamba Bowe to get the ball and take us down the field. Good yards there.
Cotter, good yards out, dummy half. Anderson, out to Perry. Cutters to the halfway.
That's better.
Last tackle now. Burns will play the ball to Cotter. Hodges. Midfield bomb, puts it up high towards the fullback in Fuller. And that is penalised for taking the player while he's in the air. That's a fair call, that one, boys. Fuller was in the air. The player coming through didn't really have eyes for the ball on that one.
Wasn't the smartest play by the number 1 there, Colin Anderson. I think we could have done with letting him hit the ground and defending coming out of yardage.
To the middle, mate, to the middle. He's a 10, one step here. Hold for the tap. Hold, go.
Big defensive set he expected from the Cutters.
Jaden Hodges' defenders way above his weight. He's fantastic in contact.
Big Garrity on the field, Tom Garrity for the Dolphins. They've got a big pack, so Cutter's probably given away a little bit of size.
Hold, go, 2.
Smith out there to Donovan. It's Whitchurch.
Straight up now. Square every. Hold, go, 3. Brock, come 10. Brock. Thank you. Now.
Patama. Back through the middle, Sheldon Patama.
Hands out. Square. Hold, go, 4.
Pax. Still going, Pax. Had the inside runner there.
Go. Nothing late.
And Garrity. Kick going through. High ball, Redcliffe regains it. Just short of the line. Not touched by Cutters. There'll be a changeover right there.
Yeah, he done well to take that, didn't he? But the Cutters just diffused it, pulled him down the ground.
Safe bet there. As well read there by the Cutters. Just let him take that one. Wrapping up the ball carrier.
Come back, Redcliffe middle, come back.
If that wasn't offside, I'll turn it up. Thanks very much, Maury. It's been great having you up here. Let's make this a regular.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for having us.
Crusher tackle.
So Crusher there. Penalty to Cutters, is it? So Maury is doing a good job up here, boys. But the Cutters, a really good vibe amongst the club under his reign. So hope he keeps up the good work.
No, on that, Moz is definitely making a difference around the club here. He's brought a lot of energy to the club, freshened up a little bit, and all the boys are getting behind him.
Penalty Cutters. Good kick, finding touch just on the 30-metre line. So down by 4, the Cutters. 2 tries in the corner by Redcliffe. And the Cutters starting to look stronger.
Doesn't Dan Russell have a good clearing kick?
He does. But how far away is Marcus Jensen, Cooper? He can't be too far away either.
He's diagnosed a grade 3 carry-on. No, I think he's got a couple more weeks.
Is that a winger? Is that a winger thing?
Yes, it is. They spread it wide here.
So Cutter's going well, despite having some injuries concerns. So, and they'll get back on deck. They look very strong. Unfortunately, Cutter's been the Pathways club. Oh, Cotter's going through the middle here. Still going, Cotter.
Hodges was taken out heavy there. Dan Anderson didn't like it.
It was a hit off the ball. Pat's called that. Penalty, Cutters. Dan Anderson. Was it Dan Russell or Carlin Anderson?
Dan Anderson, both of them put together. No one liked it. It's been a big day of the race, let's put it that way.
So here we go, Cutters. Looking for some points. Hodges will take the tap. 10 metres out. He's got Treston. Treston all back to Hodges. Going for a shot early. Bowie just short of the line.
Great attacking position here. Cutters need
Trick
to put
move.
the foot down.
Russell runs hard.
Dan Anderson again, was it?
Bowie Out to Hodges. Treston again.
They got numbers out here. If they can get a little set play, I'd like to see it.
Hodges. Out to Cook. To Anderson again, and Batchelor! Yes, he goes in again, the big fella. Jaden Batchelor scored the try. That's his second for the night.
Old Braveheart from Brothers is over again.
Jaden Batchelor. 2 try heroes having a blinder. Brought to you by Nomac Windscreens and Glass, number 4. Big Batchelor goes over on the back of that Carlin Anderson sweeping backline move and puts a big redhead over in the corner. Cutters now 10 points all, the kick to come.
Carlin Anderson's has a bit of credit there, sweeping around the back there and just holding the ball up beautifully for Dan Anderson, I was about to say again. For Jaden Batchelor to go over for his second try, so I think Cutters need to stick to that if it's working. Look to him to keep tucking down that side.
He's been good, Carlin, hasn't he? Like, the first few weeks that we're calling the game, he was solid, and then they had that injury and we come back. But
he's been dangerous tonight, boys.
Mate, tonight he's been very impressive. Every time he gets the ball, he's threatening and he's looking to set stuff up like that.
He's definitely a confidence player, and the last couple of weeks he's gained a lot more confidence within himself, and it's good to see because he's definitely benefits our team and it also benefits himself.
Amazing game over in New Zealand, boys. The Broncos and the Warriors with 1 try for the whole game. It looks like the Broncos are going to go away with this one, 8 points to 2.
That's my first tip right for the weekend.
You're not wrong.
Didn't you back the Titans?
No.
If anyone who knows football, a 0 from 3.
Titans, mate. You got to back them every week.
I was leading the work tipping comp early, and I going out the back door. That's what you get for being a Parramatta fan, boys. It's you tip your club, you lose. Kick waved away. It's 10 points all. 20 minutes remaining in this first half. This is shaping up to be a cracker here at BB Prince Stadium on your Cutters TV, brought to you by Cash Converters. It's the absolute enterprise home game this evening in the Men League round, and they have donated their sponsorship this evening to Shed Happens, which is a great organisation doing wonderful things for men to get together and get some support for those who might be doing a bit tough. So great work by Frank Cowell and the people at Shed Happens.
Little offload there.
So a good game happening here though. Burns, Bowie, coming out dummy half. Cutter's starting to get a little bit man to you, boys. They're starting to look confident.
If he was square, I'm not here. Cutter's got a little spring in their step here, that they're in this set.
Brock now. Offload back to Cotter from Brock.
Good offload.
Inside now to Kenworthy. Gets it away back to Hodges. Hodges wrapped up there just on halfway.
Need to be careful here. They need to push the offload, just get through the set, get to a kick.
Good yards there from Reuben Cotter from dummy half. Last tackle.
Like you said, Coop, that was solid, wasn't it? Everyone's looking to offload.
Cook.
Marched down the field. And
high kick from Cook. Held up in the breeze. Out on the full, unfortunately. Sam Cook probably getting used to this.
Just overcooked that kick.
It's probably stuff like that that will get you straight back in the side, Coop, anyway, so it's not a bad thing.
Sam Cook getting used to the Far Beach doctor blowing across the field here.
Big defensive set here from the Cutters. They're going to have to lift. Big MC can't get any yards. There's Kenworthy out of the line again.
He is mad, Jordan Kenworthy. He is off tap. But we love him.
I love it. Yep,
one-on-one.
Great play there from the Cutters.
Who was that? Is that Puri?
Emery Puri.
Emery Puri getting the steal. Brock won't be, Jordan Graham won't be happy about that one. But
Hold Jordan, hold on, go.
Bowie. Brock.
Stand up now, Nathan. Square. Hold here. Hold.
Good tackle there on Brock. Cotter. Treston.
Jordan Kenworthy off, Callan Jenner on.
Good to see Cal Jenner on. He's going to bring a bit of zip into this core around the middle. Looking for that good yards. That's Puri.
Numbers there to the left and they can get the ball out.
Quick play the ball. Back to Cotter.
Back to the right.
Jenner. Hodges. Still working Hodges. Can't get the ball away. Changeover on that one there, unfortunately. That was the last tackle.
Not the worst result if we can muscle up here and keep
No,
them in their own end.
So we need to lock them down here. So watch the Cutters fly off the line for the lockdown set. Good start.
Good start. 0 metres gain there by Redcliffe.
So the role of Callan Jenner Coop is to, obviously he's not the biggest core forward getting around, but obviously brings a bit of energy off the bench.
Yeah, definitely. He's got great late footwork, which causes a lot of trouble around the ruck with these tiring forwards of any team, really. So watch his late footwork, and he's got great chat out there too.
Redcliffe just past their 30 now, and that's good D from the Cutters.
Solid defence. Not to the 40. Fourth tackle. Looking for the kick there from Pax. It is a good kick with the breeze. Sits up there for Bowie. Now he gets a bit of room to move. Returning it back, Yamba.
Pretty good chase there from Redcliffe.
Good chase. Bowie gets his front.
Old MC back in the line still there.
There's a great kick there in the Redcliffe half.
16 minutes to go. It's 10 points all here, BB Print. Cutters with the ball. Gets a penalty.
Nice.
Redcliffe, too ambitious getting off the line there at the play of the ball. And Cutters will get the penalty for offside.
Might have been old MC. He had that too big a breakfast, did he?
Apparently wasn't big enough. He ordered bacon and eggs, and that's all he got. To get no bread, nothing else. He's quite disappointed, actually.
Where'd you take him to, mate? Is this a bit of a stitch up to get him off his game early, or?
I won't put any companies under pressure here on live stream, but
certainly not if they're a sponsor.
Cutters looking to move the ball quick here.
Were you paying up to Brecky Coop, or was it your shout?
I wouldn't shout in a shark attack.
I'd say if it was, you might take him out to the Shell Servo at City Gates. Cheap feed out there. You get more than bacon and eggs, though. Good feed out there. If they're not a sponsor, they should be. Anyway, Cutters, that's Tresson there, just on the line. Cotter. Out there, Perry. Finds Cook out the back. They're looking for that backline move again. Just probably a little bit sluggish that time.
Did well shutting Anderson down there.
Cook into dummy half. Back to Jenner. Dangerous, Callan Jenner. Cotter. Fourth tackle now. Hodges. Anderson. Quick ball on to Russell. Taps it forward. It's going to go forward. Off Dan Russell. It was on. They pulled it off. It was on.
I think you'd love to have that play again there. Just take your medicine, catch that one.
Just on the fourth tackle, boys. He's had another tackle up their sleeve. He just probably would have been better off taking the tackle on that one.
Yeah, like Coop said, if he just took that tackle, then they would have had a fist tackle option. They could have kicked back to the other corner, but hopefully they got a big set of defence here, and they'll keep Redcliffe down their own half and force a mistake. Call from the lockdown set here from the Cutters. Redcliffe come out 15 metres out.
Go on, 15 offside.
Very lucky there. They called Jenner offside, but he retreated, so play on there from Redcliffe. They're making a few inroads now.
Hands out, square up here. Hold the 10. Hold. Go 3.
Good push defence there.
Kel, give space. Here. Hold, Brennan. Hold. Go 4. Good. Yep. You good.
Fourth tackle here. Dolphins on the just over the halfway. 10 points all, 40 minutes to go. It's a tussle, so any points here are going to be valuable. High kick there from Donovan. Down to Burns, who's safe as usual.
It's been a good arm wrestle, hasn't it? And it showed tonight. The teams have been pretty evenly matched. It's been back and forth, so...
Well, they're definitely both desperate for a win to stay in touch with that top 8, aren't they?
And 10 points all at the moment is probably a good showing of how both teams are going. So it'll be interesting to see what team wants to step up and what really wants that 2 points.
There he gets his head through. Good run there from Yamba.
Good run there.
Hodges. Yards from dummy half. Cotter following through. Cotter now to dummy half. Fourth tackle. Back to Jenner. Jenner almost through. Lance here. Out to Brock. Finds Batchelor. Out to Burns. Burns inside. Oh, played at by Redcliffe and knocked dead. Cutters will get the ball back.
I tell you what, the Redcliffe were lucky they got hands to that. That was 4 points on the inside. Jaden Batchelor got that ball away, but he was dead set pie van there. So It'll be interesting to see if he gets up.
Jack Brock stops throwing pills like that. I reckon he might start going half.
Yeah, he might be the one.
What can't he do, Jack Brock? The player down over on that far side, boys. We've got to read on that one.
Batcher.
I just got hit as he passed the ball.
Clean pie end.
Extremely white, definitely Jaden Batchelor.
He's got the leg cross. He's some little breather.
I really like Sam Cook to step up here and just take control of his last 10 minutes. Oh, 12 minutes, sorry. Get a few repeat sets, something we're struggling to do at the moment. Build a little bit of pressure and just kick Redcliffe out of this game.
Well, we've had a bit of quality ball down this end, haven't we? So.
Yeah, definitely had a lot of quality ball. We just the end to our sets haven't been quality, which some Steve Shepherd was quite adamant about at half time. So if we can just put a bit of pressure on, I think we're in for a good shot.
Can we see a set play off this scrum, or do you think we'll build for some and
I don't know what they've been doing for the last 5 weeks. All I've been doing is rowing. I got as much as I do as you do.
Cook to feed the scrum. Out it comes. Cotter gets the ball out to Hodges. On to Russell. Upended in the tackle, Russell. Cutters with a full set here. Looking for points. Looking to take this lead. Brock through the middle. 5 metres out. Cotter, dangerous from this part of the field. Back to Brock. Back to Cook. Out to Batchelor. Running wide, Jaden Batchelor. Fred, third tackle. Back there to Ross Bella. Strong yard through there. Setting up for the play. They're all set up here to the right.
Put some on
out
here.
to Hodges. Outside ball to Anderson. On to Russell.
He stripped that.
There was a strip. He's called knock on. It's Redcliffe ball.
Double knock on there. It's going to be a Redcliffe feed. That's a very disappointing end to that set from the
The
Cutters.
thing is here, boys. If that was a knock on, that's fair enough. That is Redcliffe's ball. If that was stripped out and then knocked on by Redcliffe, that should be a Cutter's feet.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure that was played at by the Dolphins that time.
Yeah, I think he's got the
Anyway,
right call there.
he hasn't.
Dan Russell definitely fumbled that.
Let's go, boys. Arms over the top.
Anyway, it is a Redcliffe feed, one way or the other.
Once again, a negative finish to the end of the set there, which something Pup won't be happy about.
Coop, 11 minutes to go. They've been attacking the Dolphins line. When are we thinking field goal and who would kick it?
I'd probably say Sam Cook, being a bit of more experience as a half. Hodjo's normally a hooker. Can't say he won't hit it. And probably even Carl and Anderson. Look for him to step up too.
I think Carter's got more points, and if they can get the ball, or not after that, but if we can get the ball down the other end, we have more points in us.
Jordan Kenworth and Alex Gerard just about to come back on. They'll definitely tighten us up through the middle.
Redcliffe penalty. Finding touch just shy of the Cutters' 30-metre line. Ball inside there to Jamal Hopewadi. Tato. Inside there to Jordan Grant. Grant backs in the line. They're on the Cutters' 20. Cutters need to hold them out here. Next scorer is going to be in a prime position to take this game. Had to Pax, a Tato. Outside ball there to Behag.
That's good defence there.
Behag out to the 7 and Pax. On to Watts. Donovan. Out the back to Fuller.
Oh,
Loose
good
ball.
defence there.
Great work, Paulie Burns moving up on the ball runner.
Wraps it up. Batchelor. Who's
Still
down
got the
there?
ball
There's a
away
Brown
there.
down there for the Redcliffe.
Simberkin. Beneficiaries of the offload there, but a Redcliffe player down.
Ex-Cutters player.
Is that Grant down, is it?
Nah, Nick Brown's
down. Brown is down. Batchelor doing a great job out there.
He's really stepped up, hasn't he? After he got whacked down the other end, he's come up.
If you Google James Hetfield from Metallica back in, not the way he looks currently, but back sort of late 80s.
Very similar, you think?
Very, very similar. We're
Yeah.
talking
Well,
sort of Master of Puppets era
Well,
from
they're,
Metallica.
they're back in October, so.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm going.
How good are they? Terrific.
Best ever.
What's your favourite, Pat?
NSC, man.
NSC, man. I like one myself. I used to swim to one, had the beat for breaststroke. Anyway, that was a long time ago.
It's 5th and last here.
That's a good result. What?
I'm trying to get an
Is
understanding of the
Is
call.
that for a late shot?
It was for a late shot.
Wow.
Now, Redcliffe have received a penalty right in front of the sticks. They're going to take this too.
That's a big call from the ref there for a late shot. We don't have the luxury of a replay, but I'm telling you right now, that was poor. That was poor.
It's Cutters conceding a penalty just in front of the sticks. It will extend Redcliffe's lead. But as you said, Paddy, you think there's another try on one of these sides and the Cutters
Oh, definitely. There's definitely
can still score?
There's definitely another try in the team.
So there's 8.5 minutes to go. Bryce Donovan, I think.
There's the wind out there.
Well, the shot.
Is he going to shank this or what? I think the net might even put him off.
I hope so.
Puts me off just standing up here.
Doesn't it ever?
You know, if he kicks it, boys, I just want it to go over the net. It's either miss is my first option or over the net's my second.
Like you said, it's a good idea, but the execution just don't look that good, does it? He's
kicked it.
And it's gone straight over.
the net. Into the drain she goes. Well,
it's another $4 for a new ball and a $10,000 net.
Add $76. They're not cheap these days, these pills.
Straight over she goes. I see the CEO down there just shaking his head.
Yeah,
What does he do?
He's trying not to recognise, but he knows that went clean over. Anyway, we're back to the ball.
12 points to 10. 7.5 minutes to go in this game. Russell with the restart. Cutters looking for
the Cutters.
Yeah, looking for an early turnover, Paddy, aren't they?
Yeah, they need to get up and put a heap of pressure on Redcliffe here. We need this one.
Redcliffe take the first tackle on their 12-metre line. Fuller dancing around. The Cutters have done a really good job of nullifying the danger of Trey Fuller.
Hey, if the Cutters can stay away from a silly penalty here, it seems to me like Redcliffe have put the cue on the shelf. They've pulled up, but like we said,
Shot.
it's a good shot there. Treston, local boy, who he called for a whole game and he didn't even play.
That's how much we love him. Last tackle. Redcliffe on their 40. Haven't made much headway in this set.
Good set from the Cutters.
So as Donovan gets a kick away there, Anderson looking to take some of those yardage back off him. Cutters will do with a piggyback penalty to get them downfield here. There's 6 minutes 20 to go. Redcliffe up by 2. Bowie. They need to complete this one, boys. Batchelor.
Sheldon hands away. He's at 10. Hold. Go 3.
Cotter. Bella.
Need a great completion of the settle. We need a little hand.
Hold Jordan. Hold Nathan. Hold. Go.
Maybe a little penalty of some sort to help us down the field.
Oh, ball gone behind. Russell picks that up.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
Oh.
Backwards.
That's, yeah, okay. Cutters will get to their kick here, just. Anderson, chip and chase. Taken out. Is there a penalty on that one?
Sure.
There is. There is a penalty.
That's a-
Carlin Anderson with a chip and chase. Late
That's a
shot there
big
by the
play.
Dolphins. And a bit of joy from the Cutters. Pat, you've been on this ref all night. You should give him a bit of a break, mate, because that was a good call.
No.
Tough choice here. You could go for the 2, but there is a bit of a headwind there. So
Too much headwind, I think. I know that Anderson's got a fair boot, but I think we're playing through on this one.
Kick it out.
Yeah, kick it out. Kick it out. I don't know.
Dan Russell will punch that down.
it's a safe play with that headwind. If it did miss, I don't know if it would have went dead. So
No, it wouldn't have gone dead. That's the thing.
There's points here, boys, I'm telling you.
Bowie. King. Bowie gets through, gets his head through. Still going, Yamba. Oh, drop ball there. It's gone backwards. It has gone backwards. I think maybe you can play that boy. Dolphins, no. No restart. Kenworthy. Bit of luck there from the Cutters boys. Cotter. Hodges. Cook. Anderson. Out to Burns. In a touch. Looked like it was on. Maybe the short ball to Batchelor would have been the go.
Yeah, it was only the third tackle too, I think, so would have liked to see him play the hand out there, like you said. Maybe Batchelor take that tackle and then pressure on for the rest of the set. Still
4 minutes, plenty of time left here. Oh, that was...
Mate, there's still 4 minutes to go, so Cutters have completed 15 of 21 sets through the game. Finally, Grant Valley's chimed in with a couple of stats.
Where has he been all night?
Not sure. He's down in Brisbane now, so he probably spends a little bit of time with North Devils, but he's found the time to give us a stat.
Well, he's living up large around Ascot, isn't he? Probably at Buddy Eagle Farm the day for the Kingston Smith. You're out dirty old Laura Lee. He's at Eagle Farm, Paddy.
I know, it's a tough gig, isn't it?
In the Aon corporate box. Nice of you to chime in, Grant. We've been looking for some stats all night. Anyway, he's on board now. Might kick us home.
It's 3.5 minutes left.
Once again, another terrible end to the set there.
Was
I know we're chasing points, but we had 5 minutes left to go. Build a bit of pressure.
Had plenty of time.
I know we've said his calls haven't gone their way, but to be honest, boys, have been their own worst enemy of those set completions, haven't they?
Definitely.
Looking to finish his set off. Oh,
there we go. That helps.
Oh, man, back to Russell. Good work there by the 10 and Gerard. Russell centering up. All right, we've got 3 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Cutters with a full set of 6.
Well, they need to play the set out here, because if they do the right thing, they'll play the set out, and if they have to, they'll get a repeat and get the ball back and put a bit of pressure on. Here's
Kenworthy.
This is where Jaden and Sam really need to step up here. They need to take control of them. At worst case scenario, get a repeat set.
Gerard strong.
Penalty here would be good.
20 metres out. Cotter in a dummy half. Cotter's a go-to. Cotter through. Ruben Cotter! Ruben Cotter! As he's over the line! Just short.
He's got to be offside.
At the Russell.
Still only fourth.
Cotter was so close, boys. So close.
Looking for a result here on the fifth and last play.
Yes, got it. Knock on just short. Kick through from Anderson. Knocked on by Trey Fuller.
Hands like a brown snake.
There's 2 minutes to go. Cutters will pack this scrum, and the referee will
pull the time up.
Stop the clock.
So 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes, 2 seconds. Cutters with the scrum feed 10 metres out. Ruben Cotter was inches short.
He's breathing now. I'm not sure what's the go. He's come out looking for a towel.
I've heard that a few times.
The old Guardian box in front of us is getting a little bit excited.
These Pelicans give it to us every week.
No, they're up, man. I think they're going to sleep.
They're a good sponsor too, so if you're looking for a bit of real estate
penalty in front,
home loan or insurance, Boys of Guardian. I know how Ben Keras gets a box every week. Well, maybe because he pays for it.
That's right, he pays a good dollar.
Yep. Here we go. Bowie. Cutters here. Desperate. 1 minute 55. It's been a cracker.
Yeah, well, they got a full set here. They got to use it.
I think Cotter's the man, boys.
Cotter is the man. He can get the ball from here and score if he likes.
Kenworthy.
Telling you right now.
Just to the right of the upright. Cotter. To Gerard.
His numbers.
Batchelor.
Batchelor! He's in!
Woohoo! Big Batchelor! 3 tries for the night, the big ringer, and he's got the Cutters home for a win.
They go off the Braveheart, the local Braveheart. Look at him.
Going off like a cut snake out there, these fellas.
Number 4, Jaden Batchelor. Nomac windscreens and glass. The brothers' boy. Local lad is our local hero.
How good's that? They toughed it out. They played the set. And they just went, yeah, that's 3 for the night, isn't it?
3 for the night for Bacho. Cutters 14, Dolphins 12, kick to come.
Come home hard like the candy man.
I'm going to love and leave you, fellas. I might go down to the sideline now.
Yeah,
All right,
get down
for the
there,
Get down there, Coop. Thanks, mate.
Enjoy it, Coop.
How good is that, Paddy?
How good's that?
I know the listeners out there think we're a bit biased towards the Cutters. Well, yes, we are.
Of course we are.
This is Cutters TV. Dolphins fans, your side has put in an amazing effort here this evening, though.
Yeah, it's been an arm wrestle all night, but it's just great there to see the young local get that ball over the line. 3 tries for young Jaden Batchelor in a state league match. That's huge.
Honestly, Jaden Batchelor has dead set come from nowhere. I used to watch him play as schoolboys. Went Holy Spirit boy over there on the north side. Was never in the mix for rep footy. And when Grant Valley picked him for under 20s a couple of seasons ago, I was a bit surprised, to be honest. I knew who Bacho was, but I had no idea, except for after
He's kicked it.
He's nailed that. It's 16 points to 12, and that's full time.
He's had a great game too, hasn't he?
Carlin Anson, how good down that left side. But Bacho, honestly, come through. We saw him play 2 games of under 20s 2 years ago. I think this kid's got it.
Yeah.
And here he is tonight. 3-try hero. He's got the Cutters to a most important win.
And it's just great to see. Like I tell the young kids that I coach all the time, it doesn't matter if you don't make the under-rep football teams. Jaden Batchelor's never made an under-rep football team in life, and he's just scored 3 tries in the Cutters win in state league level. That's huge.
That is huge. And like he had an unhappy game last week too, from all accounts. I didn't get to see it, but he struggled out there.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
he has turned that around. The Cutters, they were on the cusp of falling into the bottom half of the IOC table.
Yeah.
Of course, the top end teams are starting to get away, but I'll tell you what,
it's a great effort.
That win tonight. I know Redcliffe in the same position, probably a bit devo, but that means a lot.
Full credit to Coach Shepherd too for giving Batcho another go there tonight, more or less. Like we said, he wasn't good last week, so for him to turn in tonight and put that effort in, look at Cooper Bambling down there with Braveheart. The old Redheads, they stick together, don't they?
They do. Folks, I hope you enjoyed our broadcast this evening. This was the Cutters TV, brought to you by Cash Converters in the Absolute Enterprise Shed Happens game day here at BB Print. The QCCS Mackay Cutters have got home over the Redcliffe Dolphins, 16 points to 12 in a great win here. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll see you all again next Friday night for the game against the Ipswich Jets here at BB Print. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see you at the footy. See you, Paddy.
Thanks and good night.
Join the QCCS Mackay Cutters family with a 2019 membership package. Don't miss the action. Cheer on the Cutters at home. There is a membership package for everyone. Member rewards, merchandise packs, exclusive discounts, and dual Cowboys memberships. Whatever your budget, whatever your schedule, be there to witness the magic. Let this be the season you join the Cutters family. Join today. MackayCutters.com.au/membership. Mackay Cutters, proud supporters of Change the Game. Tackle mental health head on.
QCCS, a proud local company delivering concrete and civil solutions across Queensland. At QCCS, we simply do whatever it takes, safely and efficiently. QCCS, supporting your local community and the Mackay Cutters.
Shed Happens is a non-threatening, safe environment for blokes to share their stories, the good, the bad, the happy and the sad.
I found a real comradeship among the men. All of the men that come here, they're all great fellas and they're good to talk to.
And it just gives them an opportunity to, connect with other blokes with similar stories and whatever level that may be.
I would really recommend any man from the age of 14 upwards to come to Shed.
Shed Happens. Quality time with other blokes from around Mackay. 6:30 the third Wednesday of every month. Working on hearts, not projects.
This live stream proudly produced by Tropical Exposure Advertising and Multimedia, your corporate communications, mining and industrial multimedia specialists. Proud sponsors of the QCCS Mackay Cutters. If you want the best, talk to Tropex.
Wiggle Room. It's the welcome breathing space that eases you from where you are to where you want to be. Just like a Queensland Country Credit Union home or personal loan, we not only help you kick your goals, our personalised service and competitive products are designed to leave you some room to live a little. So get a wiggle on and talk to us today.
Get it right on site with M&P Services. Call now for the ultimate range of transportable buildings and shipping containers for sales and hire. Locally owned and operated, we've been industry leaders in transport and logistics services for over 30 years. Plus, check out our range of specialised shipping containers and our revolutionary mobile crib rooms. M&P Services, proud supporters of the Mackay Cutters and Change the Game program. Get it right on site with M&P Services.